Welcome back to the shop. Today we're doing some transmission repairs. Luckily our four-wheel drive transmission doesn't need too much. We just gave it a pressure wash. It doesn't need much right now, and we don't have a four-wheel drive project in the immediate works. So we're going to put that up in storage and pull it out when the time is right. What we do have is our 904 transmission, and the 904 will work great behind a small, not too built small block motor, mopar. So we've already had it apart. Actually, all the parts are up on the table. That's just the housing that we took it to pressure wash. But while I was pressure washing, I had it out in the daylight, and I noticed that the pan was a little bit rusty, starting to get pitted, and I held it up to the sun, and it has perforated. So we looked at, for a replacement, it is a minimum of about $60 plus shipping costs. So we're gonna say $70 to $75 replacement. So let's see if we can do a repair to the pan that is worth our time and energy and costs less than that. And we're going to employ our good friend, Buff Del Campo. We're going to get back to more work on that transmission. I have rebuild kit and thrust bearings in the mail, and we are going to try and put that back together and get it into a serviceable assembly so that we can hook it to an LA318, or I also have a Magnum 3. I don't think I want to put a 360 in front of that. So I think we have an LA318 that we may use for future projects. We're building all the little pieces, and hopefully before too long, they'll all start to come together. That's the plan, is we build everything we need, and then it'll just come together. And that'll make really good content. Right now, maybe you're not that interested in all the little pieces, but it'll be really exciting when it all just comes together and works. Because there's nothing worse than taking a bunch of old used parts and putting them together, and then it never works. You know, we're like setting ourselves up for all kinds of success. We're setting ourselves up for success by building carburetors and building transmissions and servicing engines and rear ends, and we're getting all the little pieces. If you've been following the channel, I think you're starting to see, like, we're collecting all the pieces, and then it's gonna turn into something great. Come together right now. Something in me. All right, so I put the pan, I've had the pan off of this, and I put it back on so that when I pressure washed, I wouldn't blast it. You see there's still a little bit of water that got in there, but there's no internals. So I just didn't want to flood the sprag. So there's the pan, it's got some bolts, and you could see water leaked in, and now it's leaking back out. Let's get this off here onto the bench, see if we can get it cleaned up and repaired. All right, we got the pan off. As you can see, I used some plastic there. Okay, now we're moving over to we're going from the Kim Fixes Things channel to the Buff Del Campo channel.
Well, this is disgusting.
Well, I left it dirty so you could see where the dirt was.
Okay. I wouldn't do that.
So you're not ready for me to record?
I'm just trying to... I don't see the holes yet.
Okay.
I gotta find paper towels, and yeah, you kind of handed me... I expected a thing I could weld, and I got a greasy thing.
Well, I wanted you to see what was going on, to see if were even going to weld it.
Okay.
You said you didn't know if you wanted to weld or braze.
I have no idea I don't even know what the damage is. What is it, over here in the corner?
The rusty spot.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's over.
Okay, can you hold it up to the light, and I'm going to camera it?
Yeah, there's off to the upper left, there's holes where I can see light through it. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, I got it with it.
I thought it was in the middle. It's not. It's way off over here. Okay, what I'm going to do is oh, look at that. Ooh, that is a mess.
So we have to decide if we're going to try and...
I think we need to take this and start cleaning it off. That's going to make noise. make a mess.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to show what we started with. And the reason it's rusty is not because inside. It's somebody left this old transmission sitting in a puddle when it wasn't in the vehicle. I don't think that even happened from in the vehicle. You know, if you look it all over, though, it's pretty rough. I don't know. Those are deep pitting all over. Should we maybe just cut the bottom of the pan out and replace the whole thing?
Maybe? I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet.
Okay, you're going to clean it up with the wheel?
Well, look at this.
Is that your plan?
I can't weld that.
Well, definitely not. I just wasn't sure you're going to wheel it. All right, I used a flapper on it. And I started giving up.
Oh, look at all the pits.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, man. How much is a new one? $60, $70.
Yeah. $70. I think that it's probably...
This has got way too many pits.
Yeah, the whole thing is bad. It's only got 2 holes, but...
Yeah, but the rest of them are like really close. If I flow brass into that, I'll be at it for hours. And it may not go into all those rusty holes.
Yeah, all those pits are still need...
And the other choice would be to cut the bottom of the pan off, cut a new piece, put it up there. But even that, they've got these dimples that hold something.
Those dimples just hold the magnet. That's not really an issue.
Well, and this one's bent because it's been bottomed out.
Yeah, and it's...
smashed. And to
Yeah.
cut this out, I thought we were going to cut out a little piece. But you have to cut the whole bottom out and then roll the edges up and weld and... Oh, man.
Well,
and then not warp it. Let's just get,
I think it's a good lesson that some things just are not worth fixing.
Needs to be replaced.
Well, alrighty then. Let's do it.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no reason to be sorry. I'm glad that we were able to make a judgment and we can move forward. Our time is better spent on some other project for today.
And our materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use a whole bunch of brazing rod and gas.
Yeah, use $100 worth of materials to fix a $40 pan. Yeah. All right, well, on to the next. All right, if you ever wondered what the difference between a good running versus a remanufactured transmission or rebuilt transmission, it's things like this. This stud in the case here would not come out. I mean not come out. First I tried to, put 2 nuts together and then, use them to back it out. No luck. They just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. Then I tried the vice grips, you put the vice grips on there and you clamp them down as hard as you can and then you smack them with a hammer. It's just they spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. And then I tried heat. You put heat on the case, both sides, and you give it the twist, and still no luck. Then I got really mean and I broke out the drill index and I drilled from, luckily I was able to take apart enough to drill from the back, and I drilled out a large portion of the back of that stud and still no dice. So I drilled out even from the back and I still had no luck. Multiple heat cycles on the aluminum. I took a brass hammer and shocked it. Repeatedly shocked it. Finally, the galding right here where it hits the case, where it hits that last thread, wouldn't let go. Finally, it came out. The case is undamaged. I'll replace this thing and we'll be able to mount a starter. So, okay, as far as I know, everything that needs to be disassembled, it's serviceable now. Everything will spin. Everything will operate. It was a running pull, so we have a good transmission. How much was one of these new? A lot. How much is one of these a good working junkyard pull? A lot of work. 2 hours on this one stud. And the reason I started taking it out is I want to put it up and I want to stand it on the bell housing as it's in storage. But once I mangled this thing, trying to get it to come out, because usually they just thread out, once it was mangled, now I got to fix it or else it's not worth anything, because nobody wants a transmission that they can't bolt a starter to. So I had to fix it, so I had to extract it, so now it's extracted, and this son of a bitch. Oh. Well, now it can go up in storage until we're ready to revive full-size four-wheel drive. Preferably with a 360 engine. That's going to be fun someday. Someday. Maybe. Oh, okay, you got a camera? No luck. I got it to move, petcock.
Oh.
And I screwed it all the way in. But,
Oh, you know how I drain them.
how? Take the bottom hose off.
Take the bottom hose off.
So, if I stick something straight in that petcock, is it likely to free it up, or is it...
I wouldn't, no,
Wouldn't even mess with it?
don't mess with it.
Okay. Alright, I'm taking the lower hose off.
Yeah, it's easy. You get the, well, I don't know how easy it is. You need a hose hook and you need a, yeah, screwdriver or something.
This has got good coolant in it from last year. We refilled it, so I want to, like brand new. So, because we wanted it to be safe for winter, so I don't want to just dump it. If it was water, I might dump it. If it was old coolant, I might not be, well, I'd still collect it. It's not
Oh,
safe.
look, it's loose.
Well, you know how to make it loose. You just wiggle the shit out.
Well, a lot of times they're like, they're bonded on.
Well, no, we had this all apart before.
Oh, okay.
I think we did.
I don't remember.
I know you can't see.
I mean, go around.
You gotta get a good angle and watching me get freaking covered in ethylene glycol or whatever.
I had radiator shocks for so long. I doused myself with that stuff like
I'm just
100 times over.
This car's all right. It's not all covered in grime. I mean, it's not super clean, but it's like it's sort of pleasurable to work on.
Smells like coolant.
Yeah. I think this manifold probably needs a new gasket. I think that's probably why it has an idleness. I'm not sure though, because it doesn't run so hot. Then again, I haven't got it warmed up, and the fuel's about a year old, so you know, it's not the best conditions.
You know what that spring's for?
To make it difficult for me to get this out.
Oh, really? Do you know what it's for?
Yeah, so it doesn't collapse under.
Okay. Well, some people don't know that.
Okay, well,
Some
I
people,
do.
some people don't know that, and they take the spring out.
I'm
Okay.
not some people. I'm Kim Fixes things.
Okay, we're off. Okay, we're back
Maybe
on.
we'll just get the rest when we're inside. I don't know.
Well, there's no transmission lines, are there?
No, that's the nice thing about a manual transmission, huh? And there's no fan in the way because, well,
Because we stole the fan.
That's the next job to do, is put the fan and the alternator back together. And then this, I love this old.
Why'd you buy a new radiator? I told you I could fix this.
Well, yeah, but it's been a long time and it still isn't fixed. So
Well, because we've been working on other stuff.
Well,
And the radiator's in the car.
we can now. The thing of it is
I know, we can run it.
I'll pull it in. We'll put the temporary radiator in it, and then you can fix this at your leisure, and we can pull this back out of the way with the other radiator. We can't just have
I,
cars. that are
I
just
understand.
dead.
I understand.
You do understand because it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Man, I'm recording.
Sorry. It is a.
Are you going to take that off or
Do you
what?
see? Show them how pretty the Mopar symbol city is.
Yeah.
There's no Pentastar though.
Really? This is that old thing that said, what was it? It had the 4 letters, DC, whatever the heck it is, which was Chrysler, DeSoto, Dodge, Plymouth.
Oh yeah, there it is there.
Yeah, it's that. Oh, okay, it's that thing. Yeah. Here, I'll get that. That's the old logo from back. That, which meant DeSoto or Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler, DeSoto.
Oh, and I lost my wing nut.
I saw the wing nut's
My
gone.
classic Mopar wing nut.
Yeah, find another one. Good luck.
Never. That's all right. We're gonna have to get a different carburetor. So. Yeah, that's disappointing. I dropped it over there in the dirt.
Oh, I'll probably hear it go through the mower someday.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is there your car's on top of it, it's protecting it. So
Oh,
maybe
it
we'll
was
take
there.
a look.
Oh yeah, it could be just go with that big magnet.
Magnet, yeah. I forgot about the magnet. That's what
Okay, are you going to finish taking this out, or am I going to stop recording?
I don't know. We were talking.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, I need a hose with some water coming out of it.
All right. How much water? All the water, or?
It's like some water coming out. This just, you don't need to go full blast, but I don't want to go like little big water either.
There you go. Here comes some water.
That's good. Thing felt heavy when I carried it over here. Means it could have a lot of crap in it.
Yeah, it probably does. It's very old.
That's not good. Let's see how it flows. That thing should empty pretty quickly.
Oh, I see. Ah, you hit me with the water, you goofball.
It's not real fast, but...
Well, if it's downflow, shouldn't you backwash it?
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to rinse all that. I don't want that stuff to dry in there. I'm just going to get out what's in there. You see these little green marks here? Those are header leaks. Right up there in the corners. Green marks. You see them in the corners. The reason why is it goes like this.
Okay, here.
The tubes are like this, and all those tubes are flat. And when they pressurize, all the tubes go like this. And then it cools off, the tubes go back. It does that all its life. So, down here on the radiator, look what happens. When all those tubes expand a little bit, the whole radiator kind of grows in the middle right here. When it does, it pulls these tubes in the corners out. So you always start seeing header leaks right there, there, and there, and there. And this has that. So it's, obviously it's an ancient old radiator.
And
it's a factory radiator.
Cracks here.
And this core is an original Chrysler core. So if it is not the original radiator, somebody bought one from Chrysler, but that almost never happens. So I'd say this original radiator. Tubes are on 9/16 centers. The header plates look like original. The drop seams look original.
That makes it worth millions.
Not really.
Hundreds?
No, but if we can get a core for this and put it all together with the original tanks and everything, it'll look good. It'll look like it originally did.
For when we take it to car shows.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, then when you're driving down the road and you got the hood shut, you know that it looks original. Whatever that's worth.
Exactly.
Okay, so
But does it keep it cool?
Oh, the other thing I can do is tighten up the tube centers to 7/16 and put the fins a little closer together.
Yeah.
Or keep the tube and the fins on the same tube and fin count and go to 3 rows. Either way, it'll...
Hey, I figured out why the drain don't work.
Oh, yeah, it's got some kind
mud dauber nest.
Just to put these in a hot tank for a couple hours and then gush it with the thing. Okay, we're not accomplishing much there other than just I wanted that nasty old whatever coolant was in there before it's dried like that.
All right, there's my radiator. Good deal.
Color shift.
Okay. I don't know
now
why.
we got a thing in here flying around right above your head.
A bee. They're lovely.
Oh,
shoot. Wait. Turn that thing off.
Air conditioner came on right when you came over the camera.
Of course it knows. It knows. If we had an air compressor, it would do the same.
I gotta get that gasket off there.
Wait, I was going to use that gasket. That gasket's still good. It's not torn.
But take it off.
I'm teasing.
Take it off.
I have a replacement gasket.
Record me cleaning this mess up.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do right now. I thought you were going
to figure out where this thing's
Oh my God,
bad.
that truck is just like Jake breaking just to fuck with us. It's like, oh, they're recording. Quick, hit the Jake brake.
Maybe we should have one of those signs out there that says, no Jake brake. I don't know. This is a piece of crap. I thought it was just a couple little pinholes, but I could do the pinholes probably, but it's just time before the rest of it goes.
I agree. Some things just need to be replaced. And the
This
amount
is
of
like-
time we're going to have cutting
is-
button a... If it was like a priceless automobile, but it's just a 904 transmission pan, we can buy them new off the shelf.
Sadly, this has seen better days.
I mean, it's just a piece of stamped metal. But I think it's rusty enough and pitted enough. You're going to have a heck of a time getting the rust out of those pits.
Oh, I got to get that clean enough that the brass will flow into there, and that's not going to go well.